Welcome back to the channel. Well, I didn't think I'd be doing any more videos till spring, but if you watch those last two that I did, I mentioned the Kyle Grover won the WON Bass US Open, and because there was a connection there, I bought my boat from his dad 2002. So I just was messing around on YouTube, and I came across this video. I found out that before the tournament started, they had a Hall of Fame induction ceremony. They inducted 5 WON Bass members into their Hall of Fame, and one of them is Aaron Martens. So I asked the guy who did it, Ben Green Insurance Agency. He's the one who recorded it. He happened to be there as a fishing the tournament as an amateur, and he recorded it and he put it on YouTube. He said I could use it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the Aaron's mom, Carol, gave the speech, and I'm going to post that on my channel. So that's what this video is. It's Aaron's induction ceremony. This total ceremony lasted about 50 minutes, almost an hour. They inducted 5 people. I'm going to post that entire video as a separate one for anybody who wants to watch the whole event. John Murray, Byron Velvick. I've told stories about Byron on here. Let's see, Fred Ward, Aaron, and a guy named Pat Donahoe, who I actually fished with once as an amateur. I drew him on Lake Mead. Anyway, so this one is just the Aaron induction, and for anybody who wants to see it.
This one's a really tough one for me. Something I wanted to do last year, but we couldn't do it last year because he was being inducted into the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame with Bass. And we waited this year to induct Aaron Martens, which was a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame induction. Leslie, thank you so much for coming all the way out here and accepting this award. Carol, his mother, come on up, Carol. Round of applause for Leslie, Carol Martens, mother and wife of the world famous and dearly missed 3-time US Open champion, Aaron Martens.
You know, I love public speaking, and I'm the last one, so I'm going to make it short. I feel like it's a love fest, and I had to be here, of course. But I look out and I see so many friends. Aaron and I made so many friends in 30 years, and a lot of you, we're still close friends. Thank goodness for Facebook and tournaments. But I actually left my notes in the car. I just had a couple of bullet points here. It's hard to explain, but Aaron and I, we love fishing, but we love people. And from when he was little, it was always important how people felt. And if you won a tournament or you did well, Aaron congratulated you, even if he blanked. And sportsmanship was huge in our family. So I wanted to point that out. These guys have said so many wonderful things. I feel like they said a lot of what I would want to say. Pat Donahoe, I'm going to say something they didn't say. We used to have breakfast together all the time. How many of you had breakfast with Pat Donahoe at tournaments at Lake Mead? We used to always meet at a coffee shop early in the morning, and Aaron and I really bonded with Pat in the early years. So he was a very close friend. Same with Fred. I mean, I just know so many of these people. Byron, I won't say anything about. But you know what? If you know John Murray and Byron and a few other people here, even Mark down here, Sheldall, they call me Mom. And that's actually, Byron's been calling me Mom for years, and I talk to him like a mother. I tried to straighten him out a number of times like that. And John Morrow, he was a bridegroom at Aaron and Leslie's wedding. And there's just so many people here that have such history with us. So I won't go into all that. In fact, I encourage you to read your WON Bass newspaper. There's an article that Mike wrote in there about Aaron. And he got a lot of the notes from some of the articles I've written. So if you want to know more, please read that. And when you get to the end, I know you'll cry, but everybody does, so it's okay. I know Aaron would be extremely proud. He really liked the recognition, we all do. but he knew that when he got recognized, it was genuine, and there was a lot of bombs. I mean, he just had so many ups and downs in bass fishing. But the one story in the newspaper was Aaron coming home from his second U.S. Open. I mean, he was barely able to drive a car. He was probably 18, 19, 20, something like that. But he lamented all the way home how he only got second place. He didn't blink like Byron did. But I remember it like yesterday, going down Highway 40 and him just had his black Chevy truck and, I'll never win another tournament. I'll never win another Open. This is the closest I'll ever get. And he went on. I could not console him. And look what happened. And I kept saying, someday, Aaron, someday. But he really did love fishing. The other thing was that he loved his family. And I've cried so much, I can probably get through this just fine, so don't worry about me. He loved Leslie, was the best thing that ever happened. Oh, no. Leslie was the best thing that ever happened to Aaron. She really can take a lot of appreciation from all of us. She did all the hard work. Aaron just had fun fishing, but Leslie always knew where he was going, how he was going to get there, how much it would cost, pay all the bills. She did all that. And she got to speak at the bass induction, which was very difficult, but she did a beautiful job. And we've had quite an emotional 2 years. 2 years ago this week, we were with Aaron, and he was in his final days, and it was very painful. All he said is, I just want to be with Jesus. And he meant it. He went so peaceful, and it was all good for us too. A lot of people who are in this room saw him in those days. Billy was there all the time, talking to Aaron on the phone and stuff. I know the stories that come out of this room with Skeet and everybody. You guys loved Aaron, and what I wrote in the, what I said in the article was, you guys all thought of Aaron as your little brother, didn't you? Yeah, you tried to corrupt him. I wanted to talk to you about that. True?
That was Byron.
They tried to set him up with hookers and stuff. Oh my God. That wasn't in my notes.
Carol, you were the last one I was worried about something coming out of your mouth. I was worried about Byron for sure, but hey.
Anyway, I'm not going to say much more except that we truly, truly love you. And I'll be coming to these things. I want you to know I'm over 81 years old. And so I still have a boat and a truck, and I go fishing every week. I got a guy down here who's going to let me fish in his boat for the next 3 days in Havasu. I couldn't handle another Open right now. It's hard work. And anyway, I'm just so grateful for Billy and WON Bass. You know, we've been with WON Bass since, I think it was around 1990. We started fishing with WON Bass with Harvey Noslin. Billy is, to me, the best tournament director. And I say that honestly. Besides that, I love men that cry. If you don't know that already, I do. I think it's so brave and courageous when guys can shed a tear over love. It's all love, you know, that's what it is. So in our family, I'm proud to say that God's always been number one. We've had a lot of losses. Some of you, how many of you have a really good fishing buddy or have had a really good fishing buddy? Somebody you fished with a lot. How do you feel when that person passes away? It's devastating, isn't it? It's like, people don't understand why this has been so hard for me. I not only lost my youngest son, but I lost my best friend and my fishing buddy. I mean, just a few years ago, just 3 years ago, we were fishing in Alabama and we fished at Castaic. Even after his surgery's on, we still fished, and I think that was my bestest time, you know, fishing with Aaron. We were truly blessed. And Aaron was ready to meet his maker, and he's fishing. A lot of you know where he's at. He's already shared his holes with you, where he's gonna be. But my advice these days is real simple. The scripture says, if you diligently seek God, that's everybody here. You just in your own way, diligently seek him. He will reward you. And he rewarded me with all this pain and stuff. I have joy, peace, and love. And so I just want to bless you guys and have a great tournament. I'll be watching you on Wi-Fi.
Round of applause for Carol, Leslie, and the entire Martens family, please.